Hello everyone, I am Anjana, Assistant Professor, Department of Software Development. So in the previous session, we have learned the concept of Java arrays. So in this session, we will be learning about polymorphism in Java. So what is polymorphism? Polymorphism actually means having different forms. So in the context of programming, polymorphism means existence of a class or method in different forms or a single name denoting different implementations. So for example, when we consider the category of animals, there are different creatures comes under this particular category. For example, birds, human beings, fish, etc. comes under a single category called animal. So this is what polymorphism. So when we consider a function movement, so we know that all are performing the same function movement but in a different way. Okay, so this is what polymorphism is. That is single name but different implementations, or a single function but different implementation. So polymorphism comes under different types, that is compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism is the polymorphism which is resolved during compile time. So one of the example for compile time polymorphism is method overloading. So method overloading means creating two or more methods with same name but different parameter definitions, that is different number and type of parameters. So that is, it defines two or more methods within the same class that share the same name as long as their parameter declarations are different, and this process is referred to as method overloading. And the overloaded methods must differ in the type and number of parameters, and the overloaded method may have the same or different return types also. So when Java encounters a call to an overridden method, it calls the corresponding method that satisfies the number and type of parameters in the function call. That is, which function matches the particular number and type of parameters in the function call will get executed. So this is an example of method overloading. So here I have created a class overload, and inside this class I have created two methods with the same name test. So here you can see both the methods have different number of parameters. So in the first method I have created only one parameter which is a, which is of type integer, and the second method I have created two parameters of type integer. So here it is differ in the number of parameters. And in the main class, so in Java the execution mainly starts from the main class. So to access the members of a class, first we need to create the object of that particular class inside this main class. So inside this main class I have created an object of class overload which is O. Then using this object I can call the methods in that particular class, that is class overload. So here I have created an object. In Java the syntax for creating an object is class name, object name. Object name is a user defined name. You can give any name that you want. Then equal to new is the keyword. Then again class name semicolon. So here O is the object of class overload. Then by using this O I can access the methods in the class overload. So here O.test of 10. So here you can see I have passed only one integer argument. So when this statement get executed, the control will go to this class overload and it compares the parameters with the methods, and you can see I have passed only one integer argument. So it matches with this method. So this method will get executed and the corresponding statement, that A's value gets printed here. Then the control again comes back to this statement. So here O.test of 10, 20. Here I have passed two integer arguments. Then the control again will go to the class overload, and this method matches the number of parameters and type of parameters. So this method will get executed and the corresponding value of A and B gets printed. The output of the program will be like this. That is, first A equal to 10 will be printed, and then A and B is equal to 10, 20 will get printed. So this is what overloading is. That is same method name but different implementations. Then next category of polymorphism is runtime polymorphism. So runtime polymorphism is also called dynamic polymorphism. So in this, the call to an overridden method is resolved during the runtime. So method overriding allows a subclass to override one of the implementation that has already been provided by one of its base classes. That is, in case of method overloading, we specified the same method with different number and type of parameters. But in case of method overriding, we are providing the same function with the same number of parameters and same type of parameters. So how will you identify which method to be called? Basically, we use the objects to determine which method will get called. If we create the object of the subclass, then the corresponding method in the subclass will get executed. That is, if we are using the object of subclass to call that particular method, then the corresponding method in the subclass will get executed. If we are using the object of superclass to call that particular method, then the corresponding method in the superclass will get executed. So this is how we identify the method. That is, when a method in a subclass has the same name and signature as a method in its superclass, then the method in the subclass is said to override the method in the superclass. So when an overridden method is called from within a class or within a subclass, it will always refer to the version of that method defined by the subclass. So this is an example of method overriding. So here first I have created class A, and inside that class A I have created a method message and just printed a message hello, and then I have created a subclass of class A. So in Java, the syntax for creating subclass is class, subclass name, then extends keyword, then superclass name. And I have created a class B, which is the subclass of class A. And inside class B, I again created the same method with same type and number of parameters. Okay, so this is the main class. So as I said, in Java, the execution starts from the main class. So inside this main class, I have created object of class B, which is obj. That is, B obj is equal to new B. Here I have created the object of class B, and using that object, I have called the method message. So here I have used the object of B. So the corresponding method in class B will get executed. That is, this method will get executed because I have used the object of class B to call that particular method. So the control comes here and this method will get executed. And in this method, I have used a statement called super.message. So in Java, super keyword is used to refer something that resides in the parent class or superclass. So when this statement gets executed, that is super.message gets executed, the control will go to the corresponding method in its superclass. So here the superclass of class B is A. So the corresponding method in the class A will get executed. So inside this method, I have just given a statement to print hello. So this hello will get printed. Then the control comes back to here. This statement will get executed. That is, hi gets printed. Then control comes back here and the program will get end. So this is the output of this particular program. That is, first hello gets printed and then hi gets printed. So that's all about polymorphism in Java. So I hope you understood the concept. Thank you.